Dave,
Yo.
this next segment is going to be bittersweet. When we started this show, we wanted to make sure that when we discuss these films, a lot of people like all films aren't nominated for Oscars or Tonys and stuff like that. So because we are the producers, creators, and of our own show, we get to give our own Oscars, and we call our Oscars for our people scene stealers. And we've had some great scene stealers over the seasons. And what's important is that we didn't go with the status quo or the trend. We just didn't choose people because, oh, listen, Scorcher 9, Tug Speedman. Like, we're not picking those people. We picked the people that stood out to us, and it's been
Like,
times.
oh, we need more females on the board, or
Right.
oh, this board isn't culturally representative of like
The
no.
movie
We watched
dictates
the
it.
movie, we like this person the most.
Very much
If
so.
anything, sometimes we disqualify
Qualify
the
people.
A-lister because they're too much of a shoe.
We did that with
Blades of
Blaze of
Glory.
Glory. Yeah. So Dave, me and Dave are gonna take you back through our season 3 scene stealers. And we started the season with, of course, Dave.
Joker. That got Joaquin Phoenix up there.
Imagine me on the telly. The Invention of Lying, Jennifer Gardner.
Crazy, isn't it? Howard the Duck, Chip Zine.
And David represented the wrong man. Candyman, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II.
The People Under the Stairs, Brandon Quentin Adams.
The Dog Whisperer, as he sent that dog at Vin Rames. Ghostbusters Trilogy, minus the women. Rest in peace, Harold Ramis.
Die Hard, rest in peace, Alan Rickman.
And rest in peace, Bruce Willis's acting career, sir. You've done us well. The Matrix Quadrilogy, Neil Patrick Harris and Lawrence Fishburne.
The French Dispatch, Torture, Jeffrey Wright.
I'll have a slice. Being There, Peter Sellers.
Studio 666.
Oh, come on.
What?
Give it to me.
Studio 6.
No, Peter Sellers. Which line am I looking for from Being There? Just give me one line. You know which line I'm looking for. Out of all the lines.
Do you like to watch?
No, that's close. Not sexual.
I'm drawing a huge blank.
That's close. The last word is close. If you add a letter to it. He told me to come find some black guy named Raphael. He still hasn't found Raphael, by the way.
Do
Sorry.
you know Raphael?
He's a black man.
Studio 666 got Rami Jaffe on the board.
And we want to rest in peace, too.
Mr. Taylor. 5317 Hawkins.
Damn, man. I'm glad I got to see his work before he left us, unfortunately. Face Off. Nicolas Cage, a.k.a. Castor fucking Troy, a.k.a.
Archer.
Yeah.
Sean Archer.
Here you go. And of course, Blaze of Glory, Craig T. Nelson, coach.
All right. That gets us into Dead Presidents. I've got quite a fucking few honorable mentions.
Let's go back and forth with the honorable mentions. You start with your first one, brother.
Keith David, Kirby. I like Keith David as an actor. I've enjoyed him in everything he's in. I can't think every scene that Kirby was in. Yeah, he was great, and he's got that sexy chocolate voice.
I mean, I gotta say that one is even to the end when he was like, "Run, young blood, y'all." He thinks he's captain, like he's a fucking. No, he definitely killed it, man. And like I say, he could have easily been a scene stealer. Like I say, I mean, because he definitely demanded and owned every scene. Some of his best work again is at that goddamn table doing the planning of the heist and the counting of the money. If you motherfuckers make me lose count one more time, I'm gonna shoot me a motherfucker. We're gonna split it 4 ways.
Yeah.
All right, one of my honorable mentions was Bokeem Woodbine. I loved it, just like what we just talked about with Keith David. He owned every scene he was in. And here's the thing: you think that's it. Almost you don't after they leave the war, you don't think you'll ever see him again. I think Clean Cobra. You think that's it? That's gone. Boom. And all of a sudden, we need another man. And then they go and this is the beautiful part. We didn't even talk about it. It should have been one of our favorite scenes. They're discussing the robbery in church after he just delivered a sermon.
Yeah.
And he delivers one of the most classic lines ever. He's like, I don't even think I should take this money. And they were like, well, you ain't gonna. He's like, no, I want the money.
Well, I mean, some of the greatest robberies of all time happen in church.
This is true.
I mean,
I know more than most.
I know.
You're hot under those lights, isn't it, Seinfeld? No.
Bokeem Woodbine was an honorable mention for me too as well. Again, I liked him a lot. The Big Hit was cool to see him in this. He's great in everything he's in.
He's actually in Spider-Man. It's one of the homes.
He was in. I didn't realize that Donald Glover was in that. And
he's a Miles Morales' uncle.
Crazy.
Yeah, crazy world.
he's also great in the season of Fargo that he was in,
Yeah,
and did you ever see the show Southland with Regina Taylor?
I have. I haven't seen a lot of it, but I know he's in there. He's a
He's really
very,
good in
put it this
that.
way again. He is one of the most underrated actors out there. We use that word, but he's
Yeah, no,
seriously
he's
underrated.
serious. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he has all of the like everything that somebody like Denzel brings to the
Hmm.
table, he brings to the table. So like, why is his name not
He
like
was in Ray as well. This ain't no weed, Ray. When Ray they was in the bathroom doing heroin, yet again, there he is. He's the
yeah,
man.
he's good.
Mhm.
I got Michael Imperioli, D'Ambrosio on there. He's a great actor. The moment where he's got his intestines hanging out, I've seen enough war films to draw a comparison here that like they really nailed the emotional psychological side of war, especially
The
in
double
that
morphine tap.
moment. Like, yeah, where can you imagine? Well, first of all, they did a really good job of like conveying, all right, this dude's a fucking mess from the chest down.
You heard him say, "I'd do it for you."
Well, then it cuts to him
Oh
like
boy,
over his
shoulder.
shoulder, and all I could think is
But
like, man, you
why?
got dirty intestine juice and blood just dripping down your back in this hot, sweaty hike. So I'm feeling it from like Anthony's perspective, like how just nasty and this must be, but you have to do it. And then from D'Ambrogio's perspective, like every step had to feel like
Like fucking
fucking
death.
death. Like,
That's why
oh
he was
my
like,
god.
man, just fucking kill me. Like I can't
And
go home like
again, from
this.
Anthony's perspective, you're on this hike with this brother, your brother in arms
Blood brother at
on
this
your
point.
shoulder.
Blood
Yeah.
brother.
And you just have this, he's like right in his ear, kill me,
Hmm.
kill me. And it like it's funny to me in the sense that like he's just saying it with like almost no emotion because he has nothing left to give.
Heaven.
Like, just, I do it for you, kill me. But like it's also the gravity of that is so
And
it
almost like you would, I'm not saying it was a direct callback, but you would have think that maybe somebody on Tropic Thunder was like, man, let's get the guts like they had it in Dead Presidents.
it
Because when
was
they come and they do
yeah,
the little
yeah, it
guts
was
and
very
everything, very
reminiscent of
fucking
that.
crazy, man.
But Michael Imperioli's he does a really, like, you could see the conviction and desperation in his eyes, and he's really great at conveying this in the characters he plays because he did something similar with his character in Sopranos. He he's in a very similar situation in The Sopranos where you kind of get to watch him die inside before he dies for real.
Mhm.
And he's just really good at bringing those moments to life, like those desperate moments of clinging on to life. He pulled that off perfectly.
Shout out to because he made you hate him at every moment. Terrence Howard,
Yep.
Cowboy. You need somebody like that. As much thing that's going on in the world, like you just see him. Hey man. Hey man, if he one of your friends, without saying he sold heroin. And how do I know he sold heroin? They don't have to say he sold heroin. You have Skip, played by Chris Tucker, sitting in the front of the stove, zoned out his fucking mind, and then Terrence Howard, Cowboy, walks up and looks at Lorenz Tate when he comes back from the war. He said, "Hey man, this is a friend of yours. Since you're a soldier, you know what I'm saying, I'll give you a discount for him."
Hmm.
Basically saying like, damn, I look out for it. And he's like, oh shit, young blood. And so again, he like, I'll get with you in a minute, man. Hey man, go give me some squares, man. I got some business to handle, baby. You know that they didn't just show him again. So you only see him 3 times, but in every single time you see him, he makes you hate this motherfucker.
Yeah, love to hate him.
Right.
He was my last honorable mention
Mhm.
because all the pool table scenes he made kind of like not the highlight of the movie,
Mhm.
but they were breaks that were extremely welcomed, like from all of the intense drama to
Mhm.
kind of go into where there's still some serious shit happening, but it's serious shit that you can laugh at because Terrence Howard does such a good job at like conveying this shitty character in such a humorous way.
You said it earlier when he's motherfucking got to pull out his little knife on the table, but he keeps looking up at Cuddy to see what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little things. And I also like the fact that this was before like his whole main became a meme.
Oh
So
yeah. Hey
like
man.
he was laying it in on every
Everybody,
single
yeah.
line. Hey, man.
Give me some squares, man. All right.
I want a whole collection of Terrence Howard audiobooks. I just want him to read
He'll do it.
every one of my favorite books.
He'll do it. He'll do it. So who do you have as your scene stealer, sir?
My
I'm
scenes.
sorry. Let me give one more honorable mention, please. Again, I want to give an honorable mention to the young lady who I love, and like I said, she's Jennifer Lewis, if you guys do not know this, and again, she is, like I say, the film slash TV mom. She's played mom in so many films and movies that I can't even name, but just one that comes to mind is The Temptations, when she was Blues mom. She's just been a mom in almost every single thing that you can think of, and she was a mom in not two can play that game with Morris Chestnut and things of that nature. So she is an excellent, 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 excellent actress who has over 40 years in the industry. She's always getting work. She, like, literally, look it up. She literally has 4 decades of work under her belt. And I just want to give her an honorable mention because of the fact that, again, she's never gotten her just due, in my opinion, but she brings it every single time, and she's never stopped being herself. So definitely honorable mention to Miss Jennifer Lawrence. Miss Jennifer Lewis. Jesus Christ, Miss Jennifer Lewis.
I mean, Jennifer Lawrence is good too.
She's not Jennifer Lewis though.
Oh, I have to agree with you on Jennifer Lewis, because while I did not, her character bothered me. It's because she did such a good job. Yeah, at playing that role.
Yes. So yes, now guys, we're gonna get to our scene stealers. Dave, what you got?
Chris Tucker. Purely because of how surprised I was by him, his range. He serves both the comedic relief and the dramatic angle of the movie, for the most part. I would give him the scene stealer solely on his portrayal of being high on heroin, down to the little things like grabbing his dick when, like, as soon as he shut up, like little, and the way he's staring, like,
if you notice, he grabbed his dick right before he left the military. It was little signs then we didn't know though yet. Go ahead.
He did such a good job at when Anthony stops back by to see him and he's outside the barbershop. I thought, like, oh fuck, is he like shell shocked or like gone or something? And he was gone, but just temporarily. And also the way he subtly played those, because when you like are conveying PTSD, it'd be so easy to take it to the extreme, and like where like he did it low key, and it was more powerful.
Remember Sean Penn? We hold empty-handed.
What movie?
I'm saying from Tropic Thunder, man. He went too far.
Remember Sean Penn? Yeah.
Went home empty-handed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to go too far. You don't want to over portray it.
So I and it made me think after watching him in this movie that I think that Friday kind of fucked him. As much as it catapulted him into like fame, I think it fucked his career as an actor, because while as great as he was in that movie, I think it pigeonholed him into that kind of character where if not for that movie, he could have been on a trajectory like more like someone like Will Smith or Denzel Washington that had equal dramatic and comedy going on.
I agree.
And that last shot of him with the needle in his arm and the glazed over ghost eyes was that's something to haunt your nightmares.
Okay. You know what?
I will never see him in Friday the same after seeing him in this.
No, and I'll tell you this again.
He needs a comeback, because he needs to just come back and reinvent himself as a dramatic actor, because he would kill it.
Okay.
I mean, Will Smith can't come to the Grammys anymore, the Oscars anymore.
Don't get me started on that. All right. With that being said, it wasn't tough for me, but I'll say this: one of the people that I almost put into this category, that's why I saved that as not an honorable mention, because he was almost my scene stealer. He fell to the same thing that I believe we said when I was trying to remember the argument I had for Candyman, and I wanted to give it to someone, but they didn't have enough time on screen, and sometimes people are held back by that. But again, Clifton Powell's portrayal of Cuddy really, again, like you say, you didn't see it coming. I expected the pimp part and all this other stuff, but with him to come back and say, to explain to him, like, man, while you was gone, I was taking care of him. Now, because what he was really trying to say, she could have been out here with some of these other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Now you home, I'm back, and that's just how things were back then. And it's just to the level of restraint that he showed him. And it was just like, to me, the range that he showed, and then the intensity, and then he just let you know he's like that person that could be your best friend or your worst enemy. You know, he was always tinkering on that, just how it was, and how he looks at him. He looked him in the eye. He said, I care about Sarah. I care about Wanda. You believe he literally was not there just to fuck her.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying?
If somebody else would have done that scene, I would have thought, like, yeah, this guy's got ulterior motives. But he did a really good job at being a sincere asshole.
Correct. Like, come on. Like, so, and thank you. So it was close. He just did not have enough time. To be honest with you, it's truly one of his, in my opinion, is one of his best acting performances ever. Not the best, but one of the best. But I have to agree with you that it is Christopher Tucker. And I couldn't agree with you more when you said that, don't get me wrong, if that's going to be the worst thing to happen to me, let me get pigeonholed and get all that money.
Yeah.
But point being is that that's why I really that was one of the top three reasons I wanted you to see this film, because there's 90% of America out there that does not know that Chris Tucker can act like that. He acted his ass off. And I didn't know when I saw the shit. I'm thinking like, okay, he's going to make me laugh the whole fucking movie. He made you laugh. He'll make you laugh. He'll make you cry. He'll let you live. He'll let you die. And he did. We met him telling jokes, and we ended with him in a needle in his fucking arm. And think about it. I don't even think you thought about this aspect. He, out of everybody in the robbery, he didn't need the money.
Yeah.
He was doing it simply because Anthony was his friend.
Yeah. And you could see, like, all throughout the movie, even when he's making you laugh, you could see something tragic in his eyes.
It tears of a clown.
Things were not going to turn up well for him.
He was like, man, he's like,
I'm all right. I'm all right, baby.
Yeah, I'm skippy, baby. I'm gonna be skippy. I'm good, baby. But as soon as Anthony left, you saw it on his face. He was like, reality's back now.
Yeah.
Those are the little beats. See, you didn't even know Chris Tucker could do beats.
No.
He's doing beats. He's making you believe it. And even when he's amped up doing the thing, and like when he knocks Cleon ass out, like because that's that PTSD. That's all that shit happening to him. And he told him, man, it ain't the heroin, man. Like, I know what my high do. It's something going on in me, and you felt that shit, man. And so it's like, damn. Yeah. Can Chris Tucker make a motherfucker feel? And he did. And it's a shame that this movie, put it this way, had he came back and did this after Rush Hour and all that other stuff, then I think the movie would have been touted more to be like, starring Chris Tucker, Lorenz Tate. But it didn't get that. It was just like, they all on the come up, like, oh, it's just, this got discarded in the film industry as just another black film. I'm telling you that. Yeah, and it's fucked up.
Performances by, I mean, there wasn't a bad performance in the movie.
There wasn't anybody overacting or in like everybody, even I think even the people who were trying to overact, they were like, let's give him less lines, like the dad. Like, let's want some more call it, son. Like, hey man, just chill.
Or Terrence Howard is like, you know what? That's actually working. Keep doing that.
Keep doing what you're doing. So again, the saddest part about this, like you just said, is that most of America does not know that this level of actor exists within Chris Tucker, and it's a shame, it's a tragedy. But here at TTFT, we do recognize those talents. So Chris Tucker, get your making me laugh, cry, and all those emotions in between on this TTFT Board Hall of Fame. Scene Stiller, Mr. Christopher Tucker.
You just got put the fuck up on the board. All right.